The insane world of NASCAR. I know absolutely nothing about NASCARs. All I know is that my grandpa used to love NASCAR. I don't personally get it, but he had like NASCAR everything. If you're new and you like cars, I have a video on B rallies. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. And yeah.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel.
Yeah.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good,
down
I'm
because
good.
today we'll be engrossing ourselves in the amazing world of NASCAR.
Yeah.
America is home to some of the biggest sports on the planet, but
Which I am not interested in a single one of those. I do not care about a single sport.
have a cultural surrounding it that stands out far from others. NASCAR isn't just your normal motorsport. It hosts some of the most devoted fans out there. Fans wait year-round for big racing events and parties like it's their last day on Earth before an anticipation for a big race. And when it's time for the race, the party spills into the stands, which can lead into absolute chaos. There's truly nothing like it, and that's why we'd like to take today to dive deep into the massively popular sport and see what it's all about, right?
I don't get it.
I will say that NASCAR to me, it's a big Southern thing. From the South, you might have had somebody who has
Yeah. My grandpa loves it. Or loved it. He's dead. But he had like calendars, he had merch, he had everything. It was crazy. He had like a huge NASCAR calendar that covered the entire garage.
Indulged in NASCAR in some sort of way. I've indulged NASCAR the same way that I've indulged like WWE. I don't watch it, but I love the documentaries. Any documentaries on NASCAR or WWE, I gobble it up. For some reason, they always just have the best stories.
Yeah. Have you seen the ones with the ghost fires?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Invisible fire. I would hate that. That's so terrifying to realize that exists.
Yeah, it's a weird concept of getting so engrossed in something where somebody is just driving in a lap the whole time versus other racing like F1 or other kind of motorsports where the tracks are a little more intricate or something. There still is something very fascinating about this sport and the people that are in it and the fans. I don't know why. It's a totally engrossing culture. I think also I started getting into it also just Talladega Nights. After I watched Talladega Nights, I think I watched like 3 Dale Earnhardt documentaries.
Never seen that.
Thanks, Will Ferrell. Now, NASCAR has always been about partying, even dating back to its origins. And it all started back in the 1920s when the Prohibition was at an all-time high and people needed alcohol fast. Alcoholics were depraved people. They needed their medicine. And people began modifying cars to deliver alcohol to evade police. And after Prohibition ended, many of these same drivers realized that they still enjoyed the high-speed thrills, which led to them hosting informal races. And what started out on gravel back roads soon moved to official dirt tracks, and people began to grow more and more interested in these races. And initially, only a few hundred people attended. But over time, the crowds grew to thousands, with some events attracting as many as 20,000 spectators by the 1930s, which has to rival, if not even surpass, like baseball. Baseball stadiums were relatively, I mean, compared to today, were relatively small, but like that was, I feel like that was the big event, sports event. So having people actually turn out to this shit, which also, to be fair, it's like 1930s, cars are still pretty new back then. You know, they could go that fast. They could outrun a train.
40 miles an hour?
Exactly. Oh my God, you just took that corner.
Did we ever have actual trains? Do we have trains in America? It's such a foreign concept to me to think that they would consider trains in America.
36 miles an hour clocking. It wasn't until after World War II ended that a group of stock car enthusiasts gathered in Daytona, Florida to officially found the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing.
That's what it stands for?
NASCAR, baby. And to this day, they are still finding remnants of the sport's past.
I just thought it stood for North American car. That's all I thought about it. In America, we have our own good 4 wheels. We ain't got none of that stuff. Or nothing good. I know there's like a 72-hour train or some shit, but not like actual high-speed rails.
24, a massive
I want to go to Florida,
the concrete seating inside North
California,
in one sitting. The cave was discovered after a section of seating was removed due to massive cracks, but inside, nothing was found. However, this discovery confirms an
What? A secret man cave.
Sports past. In 2024, a massive cove with secret tunnels was found underneath the concrete seating inside North Wilkesboro Speedway. The cave was discovered after a section of seating was removed due to massive cracks, but inside, nothing was found. However, this discovery...
Okay. I would have thought they would have just had, like, I don't know, staff stuff under those chairs. I didn't think it would be just full ground. I guess they need to support it, but
confirms
Okay.
an old rumor that the racetrack had moonshine operations running on the speedway grounds. It's what we're trying to. Are we trying to convince people that the NASCAR people should drink and drive while
Yeah.
racing?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what we're
Please.
alluding at. We're like, oh, alcohol's pretty cool, and you drive fast.
Somebody had a game element to it. They're carrying barrels
It's
of
every
alcohol.
how many laps until you have to do a shot? Oh yeah, so you're carrying a big thing
One
of
shot
moonshine,
every
right? But
half.
every 10 laps, let's say, you have to take a swig.
One shot every half.
Oh God. Oh God. Today, nearly 100 million people tune in per season to watch NASCAR, and there's no
Damn.
sign of this trend slowing down anytime soon,
100
as the number of
million?
viewers continue to grow each year, which is
Jesus.
kind of crazy. I feel like every time I hear NASCAR, it's only people complaining, but I feel like I'm not asking the right people. Give editor.
I have not heard about NASCAR in like, when did he die? Like 10 years ago? I have not heard about NASCAR since. No, I'm in a real cave. I'm in a real cave. Not some lousy man cave.
Fuck it. Give me some
A
testimonials of why
real
people like
cave.
NASCAR.
A real man's cave.
Part of the family.
Let's just say a sudden Pixar movie released in
Cars.
2006.
Loud cargo, ring rip it pip, and it makes me go, hell yeah.
Wonderful positive community we have here on Reddit. The big titties.
I would never
Yeah.
guessed.
There it is. I feel like there's no such thing as a niche anymore, too. So the whole thing of like, yeah, NASCAR keeps growing every year. I think also all this different content that people make and everything, I think it's getting people into like,
Hello,
I feel like
thank
if
you.
YouTube and TikTok didn't exist, I wonder if the sport would be growing at the rate that it's still
Oh,
growing.
probably not.
You know?
Social media
It's-
helps
it's
so
on
much with
TikTok?
people finding interest.
Yeah, like you, one day you're like, I never.
What age different demographic watches NASCAR nowadays? My grandpa was like in his 70s, 80s. I did not think youngins would enjoy the sport. What?
Once in my life thought about that, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
you like just hyperfixate it.
Well, I
on
bet
it.
you that Drewski skit got people interested, even though he's making fun of it.
Oh, I think so. Even in those skits, I feel like people are like, I want to go check that out. It's the same shit with like Channel 5 or anything where it's like, yeah, these people
What
are, they
guy?
seem crazy
This
or
car?
whatever. But I think that it makes people want to go attend that thing because I feel like they're missing out on something a lot of the time.
I want to go for the women, so that when they
Hell yeah, brother.
NASCAR ladies.
yeah, a little bird watching.
Yeah, I'm bird watching my
Time
ass.
for
Put those away.
Nick
That's,
to
that's
say
what I'd
weird
say. Every
stuff.
NASCAR woman's titties are that of a Gorgon.
Yeah.
And just get turned to stone immediately. What's that other? Wearing a Dick Trickle shirt.
Gorgons do
Hey,
that?
we want to give a quick shout out to our favorite sponsor, Gamer Subs, which we have amazing energy drinks. Gamer Subs gives you a little pep in your step. Pep. Also, if you like subs right now, you can get signed up for some free samples. They're all good flavors. There's not a single bad flavor. They're all muy caliente.
Hell yeah.
Mwah. They're beautiful. They're so tasty. So please head over to Gamer Subs and use promo code PAPAME to check out and tell them that we sent you. All right? You're going to get a little goodie with it. I think you'll like it. Back to the video. NASCAR has yet to separate itself
Well,
from its
it's a big-
alcohol-fueled
that's a
origins,
big
cementing
cup.
it as a major part of the culture
I
even
want one of
today. Take the
those.
Talladega Super Speedway, for example, a track located in Alabama that hosts some of the biggest races in NASCAR history.
How dare you? How dare you? Thank you for the 50 bits. What in the... those better be clean shoes. Those don't look clean, but those better be clean shoes. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Can you get, like, a sickness from that? You've gotta be able to. Like, there's definitely a chance of getting something. Is it no. Is it the guy that was on Strange Addictions? Who was like kissing like what a red car? Or is it a different guy? 'Cause, didn't his car break down? Yeah, move on.
Speedway, for example, a track located in Alabama that hosts some of the biggest races in NASCAR history. If you're not into NASCAR, you've at least heard of Daytona 500, and you've probably heard of Talladega. Those are two big ones. And this brings in hordes of NASCAR fanatics and breaking out all sorts of records. Talladega Boulevard, which is located in the infield of the track, has been home to some of the most balls-to-the-wall partying around. It essentially becomes a full weekend of nonstop drinking and debauchery, leading up to the main event, complete with all sorts of activities
want
like barbecue
bull
sauce
ride
wrestling, in which the winners have been awarded as much as $1,000.
Sticky.
Well, I tell you, Sticky doesn't even begin to describe the things I'm thinking. Also, the Dirty Dega eating contest, where fans are challenged to eat a tray of dirt cakes at top speeds for a chance to be crowned
Dirt
Dega's
cakes?
dirtiest champion. What the fuck
That-
does
that
that
does
mean?
not
What are
look like
dirt
dirt
cakes?
I don't know. What is a dirt cake?
Those things. Look what that is not. Why is there cream in it? That is not a dirt cake. It's like Oreo crumbs. You get like some chocolate pudding. You put the crumbs on top of it. You get worms. Whatever they were showing in that photo, that did not look like dirt cake. And this looks like TikTok dirt cake. Not
that's just a
the
woman's
true
ass. You're going
kind.
full speed. It's just this is Naked's Dirty's champion right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, their ass is like in the passenger seat, so you're driving, going like this. Oh.
He's like, there's also mud bogging, where people get in their trucks and race each other through giant mud pits. Now that seems more in line with the redneck kind of thing.
That seems more
I was thinking, why trucks
interesting
still show up? I thought that people would have a
just
lot of
regular
cars,
NASCAR.
like stock cars and shit. You drive to the race.
Oh yeah.
It's not practical in any way, but still.
There's some people, they want to show off. They're beat up.
Yeah. Oh, if I could just get on that track, I'd show them how it's done.
That's what they're thinking.
Oh yeah.
If I pull up and they'll,
Yeah, exactly. All I'm looking for is Tony Stewart just to give me a chance. Yeah. By the end of the event, an assortment of weird objects are left behind, from clothes to used furniture, cable satellites, sex dolls, and piles of empties, right? Some people claim that they've witnessed people consume as many as 43 beers in one day.
How'd they get my
proven
stuff?
by the tally marks drawn on their backs throughout the night, which is a good parameter. How do we know they're not fibbing their own baseball card, though?
Why would you? Who's drawn? First of all, they can't draw it on their own backs. So they need a witness.
Well, somebody else, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if they're fabricating it. Did you drink this many? But for the love of game, I'd like to think that they're being genuine.
I think so.
There's like a knight's code.
But the gummy
If you
parts
get caught
are
cheating,
like,
there's gonna be...
but like at least I would dip them in the gummy. I would dip the gummy worms into it, and it would coat it with like chocolate pudding and the crumbs, and it was so good. Like, I mean, it's good on its own, but the gummy worms add a fun part.
Oh, there's gonna be hell to pay. Oh yeah. People's stories from Talladega weekend can get pretty intense. One man attended the event with his wife, who would show her breast to other people in exchange for beer that would be dropped in a wheelbarrow he carried around with him. By the end, he claimed he had enough beer to last an entire year. There's no way the tits could have been that good. I was sitting there. Nah, I'm okay. Just like any community of devoted sports fans, people have a whole array of strange rituals and superstitions that they believe have a serious impact on the result of the race.
Like
Some people stay away from
pizza.
peanuts, believing that they are unlucky. Part of the superstition is due to peanut shells supposedly being found in cockpits or grills of cars after life-ending collisions. And some anonymous rumors claim that rival drivers intentionally sprinkle them around cars in order to sabotage them. Who would have thought
That's
NASCAR was
crazy.
into, like, voodoo?
That's insane.
Voodoo.
Yeah, it's going to be a bad race for you, man. The color green is also seen as bad luck because a driver back in the 1920s died in a crash while driving a green car.
But green. But I'm bad luck. Would you still love chat if we turned into gummy worms? No, I don't love chat now. No. I do like gummy worms though. I would probably eat y'all. Yeah. If he was a Batmobile car, wouldn't have crashed. Wouldn't done it. Simpson.
Color green is also seen as bad luck because a driver back in the 1920s died in a crash while driving a green car.
Over 100 years ago.
Over 100 years ago, but you know what? Never again. Actually,
Superstition.
it's true. I don't think I've ever seen a green car. Editor, show up some green NASCAR cars. How many of those people won?
Ooh,
How many of those people
2.
died? What, there's more deaths than wins?
damn.
You should have
I'm
listened to
bad
me,
luck.
brother. Is this voodoo priest thing do anything for you? What would a voodoo priest who hangs around NASCAR be?
Like
Doctor.
Dr. Bud. Like Bud Light.
Let me think. Doctor
Dr.
Broom.
Taladetha.
Dr. Hot Dog.
Dr. Hot Dog. Editor Cuddle. Racer George McKenzie died in 1936 during the Indianapolis 500 after being launched 30 feet through the air when his car had overturned because he had just shaved his long beard beforehand for his wedding ceremony. It became bad luck to shave before a race. God damn.
I like how like one thing, like something.
Oh, you should have shaved your beard.
I love how it's just like one thing happened and then someone gets it right. Like,
Never again.
Never.
Hey, to be fair, if I'm racing,
So someone died because they showered. Never showered again. Someone died because they jerked off. Never again.
at high speeds like that, I'd probably be a little superstitious too.
Yeah.
I guess I can wait till after the race. At another NASCAR event, champion Joe Weatherly died in a crash after being given two $50 bills by his friend that he kept on his person during the race. From then on, $50 bills were considered bad luck. I've actually heard of that one. Something where, yeah, guys will like take the cash out of their wallets and shit for the race. Which also, I was like, why are you wearing a wallet during the race?
Just in case you die, they can identify you.
I thought you were gonna make a joke of like, well, what if the cops pull you over?
Bring the
It's
money
not
up.
just the fans that make the culture so
The money
interesting.
needs to go
It's
to
the
heaven with
drivers
you.
too, baby. The reason we come to these races is for the loud engines.
Oh, I hate that. I I hate loud cars so much, especially people who have loud cars on the road. Absolute. I imagine them to be the most annoying person ever. You just hear going 100 miles next to you. I assume that they're just absolute, like, horrible frat bros. That's what I think. I hate loud everything. Mm. I don't really get scared of them. My ears hurt for like a few seconds afterwards because, poor ears, super sensitive. But I've never met a good person who has those on them. Never met one. They're all weird, horrible people, I assume.
All right, NASCAR is often viewed as a very masculine sport, as it's focused
Hell
around
yeah,
cars
brother.
and drinking. Yeah, don't touch me, bitch. Most drivers match the aesthetic, but everyone has some skeletons in their closet. Chase Elliott is often regarded as one of the best-looking drivers in the game. Gets me hard just looking at him.
Those are
He has
some
a
low
very loyal and
standards.
devoted fan base called Chase Sexuals that idolize him. However, behind closed doors, rumors swirl.
Assuming that some bad stuff's gonna happen, I feel less bad, but those are some low standards. Holy shit. That is the most attractive you have? Okay. Seems like any other average dude.
Chase is in fact a furry, and it's a shame to go public about
That's
it.
not that
Chase,
bad.
admit it! In 2012, the
That's
driver posted a
normal.
hand-drawn picture of a wolf with the caption, "Wolf Bambi?"
Huh?
What the fuck does that mean? Oh, I guess it's just because the wolf looks like Bambi.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is definitely on DeviantArt. I want to see him be like, all right, and upload, all right, time for the big race. And then run, you know what I mean?
I was expecting the scandal for him to be a pedophile, but okay. I don't think being a furry is that bad to what I was thinking. Okay.
Immediately assumed that he was a furry and began to pester him about his alleged secret identity. For
Okay.
years, this rumor has haunted him. And in 2024, he finally confronted the media about it, but only made things worse with his response. When talking to the Associated Press about his career in social media, he stated, and I quote,
I like the private life. Outside of racing, what I like to do, I like to do with private.
I mean, good for him. Good for him. I'm sorry
His
for
response
being a
only
little
made things
rude.
worse. And now the rumor is all but true to many fans. Why would you not just fucking own it?
Yeah. You just say, I like furry shit.
Yeah, I like furry shit. I also make
Why
way
did
more
he
money than you and
phrase it
get
like
tons
he
of
did
pussy.
some heinous crime?
Wolf Bambi. Or just be like, I don't f with furry shit. Sorry, I like drawing deers, dude. Or I like drawing wolves that are cute as f.
Do NASCAR drivers wear diapers?
I would. I don't know how they do. I'm claustrophobic as you get trapped in that car. Fuck that. Also, I can already tell. I know that. I mean, I know myself. I'd be having a pretzel or a hot dog
Ooh.
before the race. I would.
All bloated. Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
getting
a
sleepy
hot
on the track. Try and crash, whatever, or just shit yourself.
Put what down?
Oh, have to try to take off your helmet. NASCAR drivers have been known for some pretty insane things, but one driver gained a lot of attention for alleging his ex-girlfriend was a trained assassin.
Huh?
What? In 2015, Kurt Busch took his girlfriend Patricia Driscoll to court seeking a no-contact order. During the trial, each party alleged that the other had committed assault. But to back up his claims, Kurt claimed that his ex-girlfriend was an assassin who had been sent around the world on missions to kill high-profile targets.
And he's
He
high
said that on multiple
profile?
occasions, Patricia had shown him pictures of mutilated bodies and gunshot wounds from her missions. Sounds like that bitch is just on Lively. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you did that? What? No. This is a Russian guy getting in a car wreck. What are you talking about?
You did that?
Don't hurt me. In one specific instance, while in El Paso, Texas, Patricia left the hotel wearing full camo and boots and later returned in
Wow.
only a trench coat. First off, I just want to say, God damn, the gift that keeps on giving. Some fucking snaggletooth bitch in camo, and then also all she comes back in, oh, hi. And only a trench coat? That means there was
Ooh.
nothing under it.
Yeah.
What did you do? That'd be so funny. Your girl's trying to seduce you? What do you think of that right there? What did you do?
Who did you kill?
Who did you hurt?
You gonna hurt me?
I don't know why, but I feel like he's like in his whitey tighties laying in like a hotel bed with like a big bowl of ice cream on his belly. Just Ice Age playing full blast. Way too loud. Who did you hurt? Underneath her coat was a nightgown covered in blood and other unknown matter.
She's on her period.
I was gonna say, it sounded like she was queefing on her period or something like that. Okay. His girlfriend would call these claims insane and deny everything. And she's
Yeah.
like, I was on my period and I was trying to turn him on. He was watching Ice Age and he wouldn't get hard. Despite this claim, the courts believed that Bush had been violent towards Patricia, and NASCAR temporarily suspended him until prosecutors declined to press charges, and he was reinstated a few months later. Listen, buddy, a couple NASCAR guys beating their wives or their girlfriends, it comes with the territory, but you gotta keep it clean. That's the NASCAR Association. When she comes over and she has her gutty work spilling out of her pussy with period blood, don't hit her, all right? All right, now here's your keys to your stock car. car again. When she onto her new
Dipping
trench coat while she's on her
sauce
period. Try
is
not to
what
hit her
I
in the face
guess.
too bad, all right? Yeah, you'll say cut off that. Lots of drivers have had legal issues throughout their careers, and most of the time, they are for absolutely ridiculous reasons. Jim Van Diver was a respected driver during the late 60s and 70s, achieving success on the racetrack. In
Never heard
1973,
of
he was
him.
experiencing legal troubles with his wife over custody of their child and was scheduled to appear in court. The hearing fell on the same day as the Southern 500, one of
He didn't
NASCAR's
show,
crown
did
jewel
he?
races,
He
and
went
Van
to the
Diver chose to
race.
race rather than attend court. Based. Keeper. But when he didn't show up, the judge charged him with contempt and put a warrant out for his arrest. And during the race, Vandiver's car began to break down, and instead of returning to the pit to fix it, he quickly drove off to the track and hitchhiked home to avoid being arrested. All right, get me out of here. I think he was in cowboy boots, like running across the track. I want to go home. NASCAR drivers are under a lot of stress from high intensity of the race, and a race dubbed the poop race. One driver had shit literally scared out of him. While racing in the Sirius at the Glen NASCAR Cup Series race, Tony Stewart had a case of the bubble guts, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh.
That pretzel.
Here comes Tony Stewart in the orange Home Depot car. Uh-oh, there's a shit all over the windows of the car. He's just inside. During the race, he partially lost power to his vehicle, which is believed to have worsened his stomach issues. And on lap 20, Tony would shit himself and relay this
Lap
to his crew.
20?
And for 70 or more laps, he
Jesus.
sat there in his own shit, swirling around his pants in the cab. We're not even gonna win this. Can I just pull in? Tony, that's a negative. You have to finish it. That'd be so funny, though. The whole thing, too, is they usually have binoculars and you follow the track like in a full circle. But the whole time, you just keep hearing like... It's going around. Oh, boy.
But there's like, oh,
Jesus.
fuck.
Yeah. It's, yeah, he's looking over the track. It stinks in here. I need to come in.
Bitch, no.
But surprisingly, he would win the race and pull into the pocket. Wait, what? Surprisingly, he would
He
win the race
won?
and pull into the packed victory lane to briefly celebrate. As soon as he pulled up, everyone in his crew distanced themselves from the car and tried to keep press away from Tony, telling them he pulled a gutsy effort to win the race. God, f off. I wonder if he is the only recorded person having won a race with shit in their
I
pants.
don't want to know that.
That's a good question.
I don't want to
There's
know.
gotta
There's got to be way
There's gotta
more.
be a lot more accents,
Those,
man.
yeah, come on, dude.
I don't
just did it because I
wanna
thought
know.
it was fun. I like the smell.
Did he go up to the podium and the girl like gives him the?
I imagine he got out of the car and, like I said, I think he did the same kind of cowboy boot running across.
Get me out of here.
And then he did the celebrations after. If not, I'm going to be very disappointed if there wasn't visible shit on the outside of his pants. Him holding up the cup.
I don't want to see that.
Shit's standing all over it. People spraying him with champagne. They're like, oh, smelling the champagne bottle. What is that, Tony? Don't worry about it. Just drenched in sweat. Others in the area could be sniffing the air, trying to identify the odd smell wafting from the car. Tony would claim his prize and walk away to his trailer, but it was soon discovered that he had shit himself and a wave of shame followed him. The race was quickly dubbed the poop race, and people began to refer to him as Poo Poo Pants Tony. I mean, I don't give a what you call me. This Poo Poo Pants just won the race, bitch.
That's what I would say. It'd be different if he lost.
Oh yeah, if he got which also if he got last place, no one would know.
Yeah.
So you only know because I won the race.
Exactly.
I would actually hold with some pride. I'd start shitting myself every time. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's your
You
gimmick.
can't
now.
beat the baby. Start
Yes, you can't wear green. You can't have $50 bills. You must shit yourself on the 20 line. You must shit yourself on the 20 lap. You must. That's how you win. That's the only way to win. Shit yourself now. Shit yourself. You're superstitious, aren't you? Do it.
shaming the other racers. Come on. But that's not even the worst thing to happen to Tony Stewart. 10
Huh?
years later, he was competing in a sprint car race and bumped into another driver's car, causing him to spin out. The driver of the
What kind
car,
of
Kevin
car
Moore
is
Jr.,
that?
was enraged and got out of the car, running down the track as the rest of the drivers slowed down to hug the inside of the track to avoid the wreck. As Tony turned the corner, he briefly sped up and clipped Kevin, killing him instantly. And after the race, he faced charges of manslaughter and negligent homicide, but the judge dropped the charges altogether. Tony was still allowed to race after this and continued NASCAR until 2016.
Whoa.
What?
Poo poo pants, Tony.
I like we're like, ah, yeah, he pooped his pants, he won a race, and it's just like, yeah, by the
He killed
way,
a
10
man.
years later, he just fucking ran a guy over. That has to be intentional.
You think so?
I think
I
so.
mean, they're
Why'd
going
the, why'd
so
the other guy get out of the
fast.
car?
I think he was pissed and he was like running up the side of the track or something, and they turned the corner, he just fucking clipped him. And it killed him. I wonder if there's a clip of it. Can we show it? I don't know if we have a clip of it. With a sport as chaotic as this, it goes without saying that there are
Green
all sorts of
car.
crimes that take place in and off the track. When you put a bunch of passionate and dangerously drunk fans in the same place, it's only a matter of time before someone gets arrested. In the middle of a
Yep.
race that took place at the Richmond International Raceway, a shirtless man named James Dennis decided to climb the fence, blocking audience members from the track. That's a no-no. Once he accomplished his goal, he sat up there as security scrambled to get him down, fearing he might drunkenly fall off onto the track and be flattened by one of the
Did he?
NASCARs, dude. He was eventually convinced to come down before being immediately grabbed and
fair
arrested.
will.
Later, he was charged with disorderly conduct and public intoxication. I'm surprised he was able to get that far up. It's a fucking tall fence. You think he was straddling it? Anybody but Gordon! That's what he's fuck you, Jeff! That'd actually be so sick. Give him hell, brother. Give him hell.
I bet people were throwing him beers.
Yeah, take that. You go. I think him and his buddy were like doing that kind of thing. This is something that happens all too often, with videos all over the internet showcasing security guards ripping drunk fans down from fences, acting like children. Some
How do
fans
they
get so
get
deeply
that
attached to the sport
far?
that they'll find and assault racers they despise. Kyle Busch, for example, is no stranger to this. One 26-year-old NASCAR fan found him signing autographs
Dang.
after a race and decided to get in his face and strike him across the chest. They started to shove each other around as the crowd around them taunted Kyle and cheered on the fan. Yeah, f him up! I was like, what the f is going on? Like I struck him in the chest. And there's a paralyzer right to his chest. Stop his heart. Dude, how f***ed up, how f***ed up if the fan came up to you and they did the fucking 5-finger exploding heart technique?
Now take
What is?
steps.
I've never heard of that before.
Oh, you learned the 5-point exploding heart technique? Just does the entire ending of Kill Bill Volume 2. For many fans, driving in a NASCAR race is a dream come
Oh,
true.
green car
And at the
in the back.
1986 Talladega race, one man fulfilled his dream. Just as the race was getting ready to start, the driver of a pace car had gotten out and left the keys inside the vehicle while it was still on the track.
Don't do
The
it.
vehicle was unattended. 20-year-old Darren Crowder sprinted from the infield and climbed inside. Before anyone could stop him, he was already racing around the 2.5-mile track at over 100 miles an hour and completed one lap before authorities even realized what was happening. It was being broadcast live as confused commenters watched police chase him until a blockade of trucks stopped him, and officers pulled him from the vehicle. Following his arrest, he was held on a $10,000 bond and faced charges of resisting arrest, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, attempted assault, and grand theft auto, baby. GTA. Though no sentence was ever reported,
How
his
many points
toxology
is that?
report was released and showed that he wasn't even drunk, which spawned tons of rumors in the NASCAR community. One rumor claimed that he was in jail. He attacked an inmate with a boot, which led him to being transferred to a mental hospital.
Huh?
Another
Why?
stated that he never even had a ticket to the event and was actually test driving a motorcycle before making a detour into the stadium and stealing a car. A third theory said that his wife had cancer and he had a mental breakdown due to the stress.
Which one do you
Where are
think
these
he's-
theories coming from? Reddit? Where are these theories coming from? Oh yeah, he went to jail. Motorcycle. Wife with
Saw
cancer.
an open door to a car on a Bagel Speedway and he's like, I'm gonna go fast, and he got in it and drove.
Hold my beer.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he's just like, I mean, I'll get in trouble, but not that
Sounds
much
fun,
trouble.
GTA.
Over in Tennessee, one woman became so sick of her husband's obsession with NASCAR that she plotted to murder him. You
That's
go,
my
girl.
theory.
23-year-old Stephanie Hammond was a troubled woman that made the decision to devote her life to God. She would supposedly speak to him and be instructed on how to better her life.
Everyone gets instructions
Kill
from God.
NASCAR.
Right before I go to bed, he
He's-
whispers things.
Talking to me now.
Kill yourself.
Don't drive a car
Are you sure?
on a track. Don't do it.
For example, God supposedly told her not to smoke marijuana, something she
Okay.
loved doing, unless she was using it to unwind in the evening. Yeah. Hey, you should not puff as much unless you're totally trying to vibe out.
Don't smoke unless it's after 6 p.m. and then you can smoke, and then you can. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
During the evening. Okay, God. Because her husband Steven loved NASCAR, Stephanie started to resent him. She claimed that he worshipped the NASCAR race at Bristol. Steven worshiping something other than God seemed to send her mind into chaos. God soon instructed her to drive her car directly into the church across the street.
What?
Steven found her lying on the floor of the
That's
altar,
not
where she
very
claimed that
holy.
the devil was inside of her before lunging at him and driving a large kitchen knife into his chest. He pulled the knife out and ran back to his apartment before calling the police and
Why
rushing
would
to
you
the
pull the
hospital.
knife out?
Stephanie was arrested soon after.
Whoa. I wasn't where'd you get the knife?
We do not have enough. I want to know so much more about that. Editor, give a quick blurb about what happened. Also, it's like the bitch is talking to God, but she's also like, thy will be.
Oh, let me read that. She probably has untreated schizophrenia, which got worse from smoking a bunch of weed. Hence why God told her to stop smoking. When I smoke it, I start seeing things that others don't. Evan Hilbert. Woman claims devil told her to stab NASCAR worshipping husband. CBS Sports. Okay. Does weed make schizophrenia worse?
Quick blurb about what happened. Also, it's like the bitch is talking to God, but she's also like, thy will be done. And then she's hanging out on the altar.
Smoking a doobie.
Yeah, I'm trying to unwind, but the devil's got a hold of me. NASCAR is obviously a dangerous sport, with cars sometimes exceeding 200 miles per hour. The risks from crashes are extremely high. Tragically, this is followed by many deaths. Though NASCAR fans have seen deaths at the hand of flying debris
yellow,
and even lightning
green.
strikes during races, no death made more of an impact than the death of Dale Earnhardt, aka one of America's greatest soldiers. I don't think literally, but he's one of the coolest men ever. Dale was one of the best racers in NASCAR history, winning 76 races over 21 years, including 7 Cup championships. He was nicknamed the Intimidator because of his hyper-aggressive driving style, which scared other
Green
drivers as he
car?
sped by his sleek, pitch-black number 3 car. God, it's badass. During the 2001 Daytona 500, Dale was hit from behind by a car he was blocking, causing him to lose control and slam into the concrete debris at over 200 miles an hour. The move also allowed his son and best friend to advance, taking first and second place. Many say that NASCAR died with Dale, and following his death, he was cemented as an American icon. The term "raise hell, praise Dale" is synonymous synonymous with NASCAR and ingrained in the redneck culture of America. Outside the Daytona track is a 9-foot, 1,200-pound bronze statue of Dale, where people leave all sorts of tributes and offerings. It's fucking awesome. Also, I will say, what's fucked up about that is at the time, I believe there was like a new neck brace. I think everyone wears it now, but it was new at the time, and all the old heads were like, oh, I'm not gonna fucking wear that. That's some pussy shit. I think if he would have wore that, he
Really?
would have survived.
Oh my god.
Like he declined to wear it that day. Fact check, but I'm almost positive that's
Yep.
Jesus.
from the reports I've seen. But you know what, man? He's a hero.
He is a hero. He died a hero. He's kind of like Jesus.
I'd almost think that he's better than Jesus. He's the Intimidator. Also, you have a nickname be the Intimidator. Holy shit. How cool is that?
crazy.
Also, I will say, I don't know what they were smoking in like the 70s, 80s, 90s, all that shit, whatever. NASCAR merch.
Nice.
shit.
I want one of those.
Oh, it's good. It's good stuff.
Those
At least it used to be. I don't know how it is
shirts.
anymore, but man, nice like paintings of the cars and stuff. Paintings of the oh, great. Really good design. In North Carolina, there is a 47,000 square foot NASCAR museum that is nearly entirely dedicated to housing just Dale Earnhardt memorabilia.
Damn.
Everything related to Dale skyrocketed in value, and people began to hoard their memorabilia. His death not only changed the culture, but also the NASCAR market. And a few years ago, a Dale Earnhardt card sold for $75,000. Another man had an Earnhardt jacket appraised at over $20,000. And one person even received a massive collection of memorabilia from their father as an inheritance. If you go to any racetrack, it's not uncommon to see multiple people with Earnhardt tattoos. It's the Virgin Mary candle.
Yeah.
You know, it's an idea, it's a concept, it's a philosophy. That's what Dale represented. Rip to the goat! NASCAR carries a bizarre and outrageous history with it, as well as being home to some of the wildest and most passionate fans in the world. There's something fascinating about the chaos of it all, whether it's drivers getting into fist fights post-race or fans going absolutely wild on the boulevard.
Hell
It's
yeah.
intoxicating. There's something that's so undeniable about it. Even when you try to put it down as like, oh, you just go in circles. When you're there, it's an amazing phenomenon. And I will say, even if you don't watch the races, you should check out any NASCAR documentary. They're fucking awesome. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about. WWE has great party stories and weird, like they travel so much. NASCAR is like equally as crazy. And also like the weird interpersonal relationships between the drivers and the kind of chaos that surrounds that. And also like the rise, like the amount of racing you have to do to get to NASCAR. It's very fascinating. So pretty fucking wild, man. We got to do a video just on Talladega. I feel like there's more to Talladega than we have. I feel like we just scratched the surface, dude.
And if you would like me to watch the NASCAR documentary stuff, let me know down below, and I shall. And let me know, do you watch NASCAR? Do you like it? Is it still good? Let me know down below.